Hello.
Howdy.
Wow, nice gun.
Well, thank you.
It's a real American
It sure is.
and it's made in America?
Right here in America.
I'm really sorry, but I think it's made in Korea.
In what? What the?
Good day, folks. Welcome back to my channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Today will be one of those videos where we bring together two very different worlds, PCP and T4E, also known as home defense CO2 launchers. Two very different niches whose communities are not always that friendly with each other. But despite the differences in opinions, many of us have developed a passion for both worlds and hope to one day be able to bring them even closer together. So as always, before we head out to the Florida Everglades to shoot, let's step into my office for a moment so I can show you what today's video is all about. This beauty of a rifle that you're looking at is a 50 caliber Seneca Dragon Claw PCP rifle. It's a beast of a rifle. On my first day of testing, it shot through 4 half-inch plywood boards like butter. This gun is also the reason why I'm wearing a cowboy hat. It just feels wrong not to wear one. And chaps, when shooting this. The second fun part of this video are these custom-made slugs by Cododo, an Italian brand that usually produces ammo and accessories for the Umarex T4E series. So yeah, when Cododo saw my new rifle, they basically challenged themselves to create a bullet for it. And they came up with this 50 cal, 168 grain, saboted 308 bullet. And they have a very solid feel to them, given that in fact, they're more capsulated than saboted, in the sense that the bullet is so tightly pressured inside of the plastic casing that they should not even separate in flight. And of course, they fit perfectly in the breech. So today we'll head out to the Everglades, where we'll test the accuracy of the Dragon Claw as well as the Cododo 308s in a variety of long-range tests where we'll be shooting a whole series of targets. But before, please do hit that like button, and while you're at it, do subscribe to the channel, otherwise you'll become one of these. Oh, and by the way, for comparison, we'll also shoot these NSA American-made 235 grain solid slugs. They are .95, made to fit perfectly the Dragon Claw. Now, to skip directly to the shooting action, here is the time code to where it starts. But be aware, you will be missing out on a lot of cool stuff that I'm about to show you. So I'm quite fortunate to have companies send me free samples of products to test on video and review. And it just so happens to be that I recently received 3 accessories that are perfect for today's video. So let's have a look at them together really quick before testing them out in the field. This right here to me is the most impressive. The digital night vision one leaf NV100 plus scope that was sent to me by One Leaf. This thing is huge, but we'll still try to fit it on the Dragon Claw's 11mm dovetail rail anyway. To do so, I'll attach this 21mm Picatinny rail on the stock one to mount this beast of a scope. This thing has a menu full of functions. My favorite so far is that you can record up to 8 times in slow motion. But let's see how it actually looks once we download it from the micro SD card that it holds. This is what the night vision looks like. It's the first time that I use one of these, so I really have nothing to compare it to. But it looks pretty clear to me. Of course, I'm in my backyard, which is not too big, so we'll have to see how the visuals hold at long range another time. Back to our accessories. Here we have 2 laser bore-siders. They serve the same purpose, but work on 2 different systems. As I said, we will see them soon in action out in the field. As many of you have suggested, I decided to buy a refueling tank to bring in the field, because as you know, these guns do tend to run out of air after a number of shots, which is usually between 10 and 20. So yes, there are many cheaper options, especially in the used scuba tank world, but I just decided to play it safe and go with this new one, this new portable one, which is dedicated to PCP rifle recharging. This tank, as you see, it is by Benjamin. And yes, guys, it is another painful hit to the wallet. But as I've said before, I reinvest every penny I earn from YouTube into my next videos. So that thankfully that helps me out a lot with these crazy expenses. This, however, costs even more than a compressor, so it better work. Anyway, enough with the jibber jabber. Let's head out to the Everglades and finally shoot this thing. All right, my friends, here we are finally in the Florida Everglades. The sun is coming up behind me. It is early morning. We have a lot to do, a lot to shoot. So let me start setting up targets. All right, folks, so I just laid down this measuring tape of 100 meters, 300 feet. So I'll be moving the targets along it to measure the different distances. Right now, I set the first target at exactly 50 meters, which should be just about 50 yards. As you can see, where is it? 50 meters, which is 164 feet. First target, this water jug, which lost half the water on the way here. Okay, so from 50 yards, we did hit the water jug. However, I did miss slightly the stickers, which means you are no longer obliged to subscribe to my channel or to like the video, but you sure can feel free to do so. Now let's see what happened to the water jug. Both projectiles did come out, or at least the metal part did, the 308 bullet, while both plastic casings seem to have remained in the jug. All right, so today I'll be using both laser bore-siders to make sure that we really have an accurate aim. This one right here is by Easy Shoot, and it's your typical bore-sider, which you simply stick into your barrel. And also we have this other type right here, which is the first time I use one of these. It is magnet. So you obviously need to make sure that your barrel is made of metal. It won't work on plastic guns, but you simply stick the magnet to your barrel and aim at your target. Next up is the coconut. We're still gonna stay at 50 meters, 161 feet. Again, coconut next. Let's try that coconut at 50 meters. One thing I did bring this time is earplugs. This gun is extremely loud, so make sure you do have ear protection when shooting this. Our beautiful Cododos, 308 bullets. All right, it hasn't been that easy for me to focus on the target, getting the crosses and the visuals both focused, but seems like we managed to, in the end, have some visuals. I will be cocking it full way. This gun, as we know, has two power levels, a full power and a slightly lesser power, but again, since we are shooting long range, we'll be using full power. I want to record this shot. All right. Okay, seems like we have missed the coconut. Let's try again. We seem to have got it. Woohoo! All right, at the fourth attempt, we finally seem to have hit the coconut. However, the coconut is entirely intact, so perhaps we hit one of the rocks here. Okay, so I have enough for another couple shots, but while I'm at it, let's also give the gun a bit more of air with my new Benjamin air tank. And there we go. As easy as that. Well, folks, it seems like that I need to park my dreams of shooting from 100 and even 200 yards. We're gonna stick at 50 yards right now until I'm able to actually hit the targets more regularly. So again, we're staying at 50 yards, and I laid down a whole series of targets. We have some shot glasses here filled with flour, slinger shot glasses, various coconuts, these metal targets. Missed. Folks, I'm gonna try one of these NSAs to see if there's any difference. Missed. Whew, this is hard, guys. A lot harder than I thought. All right, folks, way too many misses. I'm going to take off the digital part of this, which means we will not be recording from the scope, but it's just been a bit too complicated. So I am just gonna do it. I'm just gonna try shooting with the bare scope and see how that goes. Well, folks, Murphy's Law today is absolutely kingdom here in the Everglades, where pretty much nothing has been going right since I arrived. As you saw, I shot many shots and only hit a few targets, only a few times. It is a pretty windy day. I am in no way an experienced shooter, so I really do need to learn a lot about posture and shooting. There's so many elements that could be malfunctioning or not be exactly precise. It could be the bore siders, it could be the scope itself, it could be the gun, it could be the bullets. I don't know. It's been extremely hard to hit the targets from 50 yards. Now, I did choose very small targets. Obviously, the bigger one, like the water jug, there was no problem in hitting that. I did, again, choose tiny targets, and they have been very hard to hit. I only hit a few. But now we have a much bigger problem. As I went to shoot my last shot, the gun kind of farted out the whole tank, the whole air. And now it is uncockable. It is just stuck. And when I try to refill it, the gauge here is on empty. And when I try to refill it, air just comes straight out of the barrel. So I don't know what happened here. The gun is unusable, so I gotta take it back to the shop or something. So we are done for today. What a bummer, but anyways, I hope it was somewhat helpful for you guys to see this gun in action. It's a great gun. Stupidly, I took off the fixed sights, or the gun's sights. I should have brought them with me and tried with those. And I hope I didn't waste your time too much with this video. I hope you did enjoy what you saw so far. I will keep you guys posted on what's wrong with this gun and what it needs to be fixed. I will continue then with these accuracy tests, but I really want to do also a power test with this gun. So off to the shop to fix it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you feel like it, do subscribe to the channel. If you do want to stay on the PCP, in my PCP videos, do check out this video right here. Or if you want to see some T4E videos, this is my latest HDR 50 video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking the video if you did like it. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I'll see you next week.